Hello and welcome to NAFDAC and Your Health. My name is Tosin Omolaja. This is the program that brings you all the important information you need to know about NAFDAC, the agency saddled with the responsibility of safeguarding our health by ensuring that the foods, drugs, cosmetics, and medical equipment made available to us are safe and wholesome. Today on the program, we join the Director-General NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye in Ilorin, Kwara State, where she visited some pharmaceutical companies in her indefatigable quest to ensure compliance with regulations, all in a bid to fulfill the agency's mandate of safeguarding the health of the nation.
Who is this beautiful lady? Morning. Oh, thank you. The state of harmony.
On arrival in Ilorin, she was met by a team of NAFDAC officials amidst great excitement. Thereafter, it was straight to business for the Director-General. Our first port of call was Peace Standard Pharmaceutical Limited. She inspected their facility, equipment, and supervised the processes of production to certify that the organization meets Good Manufacturing Practice, GMP.
Okay. Oh, air shower. Okay. Okay, that's good. What?
The receiving bay where we receive our raw materials, there is a door, the raw materials comes in, and so from the sampling room, once the raw materials have been sampled, they are kept in the quarantine raw material room.
Okay.
So from the quarantine raw material room, once the product passes, the heat sensitive products are kept in the cold room. Demarcate the more sensitive area from the less sensitive area.
Okay.
We are going into the compounding room now.
Does this have a lock?
Yes. That door doesn't lock.
Okay.
These are water baths
Okay.
for reflux and distillation. This is our working bench.
Okay.
And we have instrument room. Let me take you to the instrument room. Auto titrator. And this is our HPLC. This is our HPLC equipment. Bio-based product. Sensor.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's a very quick and snappy tour, and I'm very happy to be here. Yesterday we were at EMSO, and EMSO is located on a 60 hectares land in Shagamu. Earlier during the day, we were part of the partnership between GSK and FITSIN. Those two examples that I gave are signs of growth in the pharmaceutical industry and a sign of strength that NAFDAC is building up for herself. And coming to Peace Standard, I see a company, though small in size, but it's also quality focused. But there's always room for improvement. That is what regulatory agencies are for, and manufacturers. The MD mentioned that they started small and now they are bigger. But even compared to what we witnessed yesterday, this is still small. However, there could be quality in small. The most important part of any pharmaceutical manufacturing facility is quality. Why is quality so important? Because of our people. Why is quality so important? Because without that, there will be a schism between regulatory and the pharmaceutical company. Our goal is to make sure that all the products that we make in Nigeria are of quality. Our goal is to make sure that at one point, a lot of our products will start getting exported out. You cannot export without quality. If you build it, they will come. If you build quality into it, they will come. They meaning customers, attention from the world as a country. If you build it, they will come. And building doesn't mean huge facility. Building can be small, relatively small, but with quality built into it. So I want to congratulate Peace Standard, the management. I saw something that I already passed on to the MD. We have to have quality eyes as the regulators, but I taught pharmaceutical manufacturing for 19 years in the US, and I take students, graduate students and undergraduate students in pharmaceutical manufacturing to companies as part of their lecture, didactic. I give them grade for it, so that they would know that when you enter a pharmaceutical company, you will know whether it is quality driven or not.
At Bioraj Pharmaceutical Limited, the DG was received fanfare. The chairman of Bioraj Pharmaceutical, Alhaji Rahman Bioku, made laudable remarks about the agency, and indeed the Director-General.
I have personally watched you from far and near, and I can confidently say that we are lucky to have you at the end of affairs of this vital agency. Within the organization, various reforms that we are trying out are all appreciated. It is my prayer that by the time you leave office, you will leave a fulfilled Director-General. Let no one be deceived that this task the nation has given you is a simple one. There may be threats to your personality and at times attack on your person. I want you to know that uneasy lies the head that wears the crowns. So God will see you through. Amen. Now, I want to briefly mention the reforms we have made. Minimum benchmark for pharmaceutical companies. Initially, I didn't believe it is possible, but I can clearly see that many companies are hooking up into this. And thank God for you and for your life for bringing up this policy. So we have gone far too in this reform, and I can commonly tell you that we have installed HVAC in all our facilities here.
Wow.
Common technical documents and training is going on. These two reforms will put Nigerian pharmaceutical on the world map. And as we are moving into African CFTA, we will be in a very vital position to compete effectively in terms of efficacy and safety of drugs. Number 3, increasing list of drugs to be put on ban list. This will boost local production, force many importers of finished pharmaceutical products to set up facilities locally. Our vision, only visionary leaders think this way you are thinking, man. The lack of Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, the founder of China, who once said that what you don't produce, you don't consume. Ditto for India. I may bold to say that local manufacturers can meet the country's need of liquid and solid dosage form. And I repeat, I may bold to say that local manufacturers as it is today can meet both the liquid and solid dosage form required by Nigeria, even Africa.
Professor Adeyeye thereafter inspected the facility as well as other procedures in manufacturing pharmaceutical products in the organization.
It is connected directly to the machine.
Oh, how?
You are going to the machine.
So it's under the ground?
The management of Bioraj Pharmaceutical Limited presented an award of excellence to Professor Mojisola Adeyeye for her effective service in ensuring quality health in Nigeria.
This is from my staff.
Oh, thank you.
People that are singing.
Singing, that's right. Thank you very much.
Professor Adeyeye's visit to Ilorin was in continuation of our tour of pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria. When she took office as Chief Executive Officer of NAFDAC on the 3rd of November 2017, one of our core visions was to see that Nigeria attains drug security, and this can only be achieved if the country is able to produce a significant amount of the medicine its population consumes. Before now, she has visited and inspected pharmaceutical companies in Lagos. NAFDAC and your health will be back in a moment. Please stay tuned.
Beware. Fake or damaged drugs have put many people in serious health harms and have killed many others. But you can protect yourself by seeking professional healthcare advice when you feel unwell. Buy drugs from only licensed pharmaceutical outlets and make sure you check the packaging for poor condition, spelling errors, and unclear labelings. Also, check NAFDAC registration number, batch number, the expiry date, manufacture date, and manufacturer's address before paying, and always collect a receipt. If you suspect a drug to be fake or damaged, report immediately to NAFDAC on 0800-162-3322 or send an email to sf.alert@nafdac.gov.ng. Protect yourself and your loved ones. This message is brought to you by NAFDAC with support from WHO.
Welcome back. If you are just joining in, you're watching NAFDAC and your health. Here in Kwara State, she also visited Biomedical Limited and Tuyil Pharmaceutical Limited.
This is why NAFDAC is NAFDAC is doing what NAFDAC is doing right now. Because we want to make sure that our companies, manufacturing companies, first are quality driven, but they gain the attention that they deserve. It's just very depressing that biomedical has been there for a long time. In fact, I was shocked when I entered the compound, how big it is. And I believe with the doggedness that you have had for this company, I believe great things will be happening because NAFDAC is trying to drive the manufacturing sector, the pharmaceutical manufacturing sector, to be the best. You have demonstrated that could happen, and pre-qualification of your product, one product, just pre-qualification, we go places. The places meaning globally. If your one product is pre-qualified, meaning the facility is pre-qualified, the product is pre-qualified, it can be sold globally. India doesn't have maturity level 3 that we are pushing now to get within the next 2 months. But India is the master of pharmaceutical manufacturing all over the world, including vaccines, meaning their sites were pre-qualified to trade. So I would like to throw that challenge to the management. Think of pre-qualification of the facility of the product, because you have the history to back you. You know what it is to be the best. You know. And with that, I want to say thank you to the staff, the top management. Okay.
And this is my management staff.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
So we have the tablet line and the syrup line and the dry powder here.
Professor Adeyeye was hosted to dinner by members of NAFDAC Kwara State in appreciation for her doggedness in ensuring the agency's advancement in safeguarding the health of the nation.
I'm very, very proud of all our staff. There is no single staff or cadre that is not important. No single staff or cadre that is not important. We face the same issues on a daily basis in terms of ensuring that our people get the medicines or the food that they are supposed to get, which is standard of medicines with standard quality and food that are wholesome. So I want to say thank you again. We have gone around 4 companies, and I can see the potentials. We got recertified again for our quality management system. They've not given us the paper, but when the auditor that came from France spoke with me on the phone, he said he never doubted that NAFDAC is going to continue to improve every year from June 2019, when we first got our first certification. And it is because of you staff. It is you that make it to happen. It's not some angels from somewhere, you know. If we keep up building on solid standard operating principles, platform, documentation, imbibing digitalization. We bought 350 computers already. We are getting about 400 more that have been approved at the Ministerial Tenders Board, because these are tools that we need to ensure that we have a good quality management system. But more importantly is the human-to-human interaction, staff to customer interaction, extremely important. Staff to customer interaction. When you deal with customers, NAFDAC is dealing with that customer. So you carry NAFDAC with you wherever you are, wherever the customer meets you. And it is the impression you give to the customer that the customer is going to take away. So our customer-focused, agency-minded are phrases that we are supposed to be practicing every day, or that we practice every day. The second update that I will be sharing is our WHO GBT, Global Benchmarking. In 2018, when we did the self-audit, before they came in June 2019, we had 868 recommendations to meet. Those 868 recommendations were for 265 sub-indicators, meaning a sub-indicator may have 3 recommendations, another sub-indicator may have 5, but the sum of them make up 868 recommendations. If not because of the quality management system culture, we wouldn't have been able to reduce it from 868 to 147 in 1 year. Meaning 2018, we had 868, 2019 June, we had 147. But the 147 were the hardest in a way, because it doesn't, some of them don't depend on us 100%. It depends on other MDA or offices outside NAFDAC. But all of you have been working very, very hard. Very, very hard. COVID-19 pandemic slowed us down a little bit. But by July of 2020, once we started getting used to the pandemic, we picked it up again. We started addressing the sub-indicators. And these sub-indicators or recommendations are not just one-page document and say we have done it. No. They may be a booklet of evidence that we have to put on the SharePoint that WHO and NAFDAC share. We put them there and they check. So 2020, we couldn't bring them in. So July 2021, July 5 to July 9, they came and we have reduced it to 33 from 147. Those 33 were regulations, or most of them were regulations. Because it is something to have your regulations, it is another thing for it to be official government document. Until it is gazetted, it is not official. So we spend a lot of time trying to get that done. If you go to Yaba, you will see that we are expanding the drug lab. That expansion, the need to expand, is one of the 33. LIMS, the Laboratory Information Management System, is part of the 33. We have it in Yaba drug lab and the vaccine lab, but we don't have it in the other labs. So they came again October 15, and by the time they came, we've taken care of all the 868 recommendations.
That's it for today. Make it a date, same time, same station, next week for a fresh edition. In the meantime, if you have comments, complaints, or you want to report activities of fake drugs or adulterated food product peddlers, our doors are always open. You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, call 0800 162 3322. You may also email NAFDAC at nafdac.gov.ng. If you have complaints about any form of misconduct, you can reach the Reforms Unit via email reforms@nafdac.gov.ng or call the Reforms hotlines on 0909 763 0506 or 0909 763 0507. NAFDAC, customer focused, agency minded. NAFDAC prioritizes customer satisfaction, which is why our motto says we are customer focused, agency minded. Kindly visit our website to fill a short customer satisfaction survey to help us serve you better. Remember, COVID-19 is real. Please ensure you and your family follow the safety measures as outlined by the NCDC. Stay away from crowded places as much as possible. And if you must be out there, please wear a face mask. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water and ensure you use only NAFDAC-approved alcohol-based hand sanitizers. See you next week. Stay safe.